Hi, Assalamualaikum, madam. My name is Mezatur Binti Ahmad, and this is my second individual assignment. So my topic is Islamic banking and Takaful. What is Takaful? Takaful is an Arabic word from the term of kafal, which means joint guarantee. In the context of insurance, Takaful is a Sharia compliance insurance. So Sharia is an Islamic way of life, but a set of guardians by Allah and to be followed by His servant. So Sharia is derived three principal sources from Al-Quran, the Sunnah, and Fiqh. So Takaful is agreement between member or participant of a group whereby the member agree to contribute a sum of money as tabaruk commitment into a common fund. So to provide, then Takaful provide a joint guarantee or protection among themselves against a loss or specific risk. So if any member of group suffer any of defined loss or damage, the member would receive compensation in the form of money or benefit drawn from the mutual fund. So Takaful have two products which is a family Takaful and general Takaful. So we see the family Takaful first. So family Takaful, as we know as life insurance, so include against the risk of death and disability. And family Takaful is protect the money from and provide the participant a certain of sum of money for dependents. So if participant die prematurely, so they will receive the compensation. So if it's act as contingency saving if the participant survive or tragedy or become permanent disabled. So they have two types of family Takaful product, which is individual Takaful and group Takaful. Individual Takaful is personal policy that protect themselves against risk. So for example, health, education, asset, mortgage, and minimum. So group Takaful is a policy for group, for example, individual and their family or staff in the company. So this plan include group health, group education, and mortgage. So second is a general Takaful. General Takaful is provide protection on the short term of Takaful. So normally covering a period of 1 year. So it provide the protection for participants who actual injury and comprise insurance against fire, car accident, plane accident, liability, and breach of trust. So after the contract is expired, so the participant must be renewability and the premium or contribution rate based on present market value. So example of Takaful general product is motor vehicle Takaful, fire Takaful, engineering Takaful, and marine Takaful. Next is principle and practice underlying Takaful. So this is Takaful principle. Number one is subject. Any subject matter and intended objective of the business are not law must be under Sharia. So the contract must be free from any riba, gharar, and maiseh. So the contract should not aim other participants to gain expense. And number four is participants must agree to cooperate for their own common good and must do so without consent. So the participant must agree to pay the contribution or commitment to tabarruk to help those who need assistance. So next is method on the Takaful. They have four type of model that we use in Takaful, which is number one is Mudarabah model. Mudarabah model is the charges the operating expenses directly from the Takaful fund, instead of funding it from the stakeholder fund. For example, claim, Takaful, reverse adjustment, and operating expenses. So number two is Wakalah with incentive fee. Wakalah fee is defined as declaration of one person, the principal, for another agent to take 1% in place, known as permissible dealing. So the operator is paid a pre-agreed management fee for the service. So the third is Wakalah and Mudarabah model. Wakalah and Mudarabah model is two model combined together. So the fund operator signed to contract, which is the contract operator charges a wakalah fee from the Takaful contribution, and all the underwriting profit are distributed back to the participant. So, however, the profit is shared with participant based on the ratio. So lastly is Wakalah Wakaf model. This model is designed based on Wakaf. So the beneficiary or participant become member of the Takaful Wakaf fund and paying the donation as tabaruk. So the participant can only claim the damage or loss from the fund and are not entitled to any supplies. Next is issue and challenges. So what is issue? The number one is scarcity of human resource with both insurance and Sharia appetite. So the resource would typically tend to Sharia aspect of Takaful and adapt their previous experience in corporate Sharia compliance rules. So most of operator tend to be driven by of conventional thought and solution. This is very crucial because we know conventional is Takaful is the new rules that have in the world. So number two is issue of wakalah fee. The issue is debate is a extent of expenses that can be charged by the operator as wakalah fee, and the cost of computer can be included. So some Takaful operator choose to allow the profit margin to embedded within the wakalah fee, and there is further debate on the extent that this is tolerable within the bounds of Sharia. But this lack of standardization in Takaful may undermine the credibility of the insurance of the industry Takaful and may have a subsequent negative impact towards consumer protection, transparency, disclosure, and the overall ethic of insurance. So issue number three is lack of consumer awareness. Since of the coffee industry established, many consumers are still unaware of Takaful as an alternative, and some people view Takaful as commercialization as conventional insurance into Islamic world and reject notion that is a Sharia compliance instrument. Similar to conventional insurance, Takaful coverage is typically proposition that needs to consumer. To protect the consumer, there is a need to fundamentally address educational issues surrounding Takaful and individual risk management amongst the Muslim society. So to develop consumer awareness, also can make campaign to aim the target population. So the finding and discussion, the best way to organize Takaful, the way of community-based practice that must be structured as not for profit activity only, given the hard and spice emphasis in Islamic on social responsibility is visible. Exclusion in the practice of Islamic banking and Islamic in finance. Takaful should be reorganized as a social responsibility business and not just profit maximize business activity follow a step of conventional insurance. So the conclusion is introducing Takaful system has given the option to the Muslim an alternative to the conventional insurance. But this industry is consistently seeking improvement and its effort to improve competitiveness and meet to Sharia requirement, as conventional insurance contradict the Sharia due to elements of Gharar, Riba, and Maisi. Thus, the application of a Takaful system has avoided those elements as well as treating consumer and Takaful operator fairly. However, there are still many challenges in the future for the Takaful industry to grow nationally and internationally. So the future research focus on those challenges will help to best performance of Islamic insurance. That's all. Thank you.